Hi, this is Joachim from Microstudio. Welcome to a walkthrough about the SPL Crescendo Duo. It looks like a simple preamplifier, but for me it is so much more. I noticed a few things in my recordings, so I took measurements that we'll look at later. And thanks again to Uli Apel for information on cassette technology in Germany. Let's start with the controls on the front panel. Next to the VU meter and the adjustment device below it, we find the switch for the phantom power. Below this is the attenuation for the VU meter, which I always switch on. Then comes the switch for the polarity of the signal and the high-pass filter. The high-pass filter on the Crescendo Duo starts at 120 Hz and has a slope of 60 dB per octave. Now we come to the large rotary switch for the mic gain, which regulates the input level in 11 steps. To the right from top to bottom, a switch of a cut of -20 dB and a switch to activate or deactivate the fine adjustment of the output and the corresponding rotary control. On the back are the on-off switch, the ground lift switch, the IEC socket for the power connection, and the two XLR input sockets for the microphones, and two XLR output sockets for each channel. That's important, because on the one hand, we can send a latency-free audio signal to a headphone preamp. On the other hand, two outputs can be used to feed two completely independent recording systems. Let's look way back to the 60s and 70s. In Germany, cassette technology was standard in mixing consoles. The cassettes were produced according to the specifications of the public broadcasters. Nobody paid attention to whether the equipment sounded good. They just had to fulfill the specifications. Yes, we are Germans. But what did that mean in the end? Devices like the V76 sounded so good that they were still the studio standard decades later. And why does the Crescendo see itself as the successor here? Well, it is manufactured to the highest possible specifications and has an excellent and contemporary sound. Here we come to the 120 volt technology and look at the frequency response of a recording. I recorded the bass drum with two matched Schoeps MK4. Once via the excellent preamp of Emerging Harpy, and once via the Crescendo Duo. I calibrated everything and later cross-checked with identical results. What we can see is that the bass range is reproduced more precisely in the Crescendo. It also has a higher maximum level peak. I can only take this to mean that the Crescendo has greater reserves available for processing the signals than conventional preamps, and can therefore reproduce this high-energy frequency range more cleanly. The effect of a sound is made up of many components. The clarity of the bass foundation is partly responsible for the natural sound. We have recorded several classical guitars, audiobooks.
Whom should I persuade, now again, to lead you back into her love?
Sound libraries for film effects, and entire pop productions with the Crescendo. And I wouldn't want to record any other way. Our customers are very satisfied for a start. The musicians describe the sound as natural, huge and three-dimensional. I like the fact that the recorded signals can be processed very easily. My conclusion? The sound is consistently natural, powerful and pleasant. Stereo signals, such as drum overheads, are reproduced perfectly with a natural acoustic ambience. I hope some of the information was new or useful to you. With this in mind, happy recording and have a good time.